with football season back in full swing, so is our DraftKings picking here. We're going back at it. Last year, we ended off on a hot streak. I think we did pretty well near the end of the season with all the knowledge, all the, doing some regular fantasy drafts, knowing a lot of these players. I think we're ready to jump right back into DraftKings. Let's win some money this year, huh? Let's win. Let's hit a jackpot.
Yeah, I mean, we're quitting our jobs for sure just from this DraftKings alone. I wanted to so we have like a rule here since it's a Vikings podcast. We do a Viking stack, and a stack is at least 3 players from a specific team. So every time we do this, every week we do this, we pick at least 3 players from the Vikings. Luckily for us, this is Viking season. They're going to the Super Bowl, winning games, great offense. So each and every week it should be pretty good for us running those Viking stacks. So
yeah, let's do it. Let's jump right in. All right, so let's think about that Viking stack first. What 3 players are you thinking of that would be the best for that going into this game against Green Bay?
Let's see. Obviously, we're on quarterbacks right away here, so we'll just run through this and kind of look at them. Obviously, Kirk Cousins costs $6,100. I mean, there's no question here that right off the bat, you can see Kirk Cousins is a solid deal. He's $500 cheaper than Deshaun Watson still, even though Deshaun Watson's suspended.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I mean, his value, that's the thing with Kirk Cousins. Whether it's this or fantasy football, like he's gonna live up to past any expectation. I think his offense around him is so good. I don't care how you feel about Kirk Cousins. The talent is insane. And statistically, what he had, how many touchdowns did he have last year?
Was it like 33?
Like something like that. Well, this year he's going to have like 50. So
33-7 last year.
I think we'll keep going through this, but Kirk Cousins is obviously a really good deal here. Running back, you got Dalvin Cook,
who always owns the Packers. He always has good games against Green Bay.
The Packers. Yes, that is true, man. There's a lot of good running backs in here who have a lot of good opponent ranks. Wide receiver, of course, Justin Jefferson, Spendy.
Yeah.
I think the only thing we're worried. Yeah, he's gonna go. I mean, I think he's gonna go crazy even this week. He does have a pretty good challenge with Jair Alexander, which is concerning. Well, not really concerning. He'll still do really well, but is he going to be like the best option for DraftKings?
Right.
And then you have Adam Thielen at $5,400, which is also a really good deal. I think he's gonna still get like his catches and touchdowns and stuff like that. There's other good players around this area as well. You got KJ Osborne, 4,900, which could be a really good deal, but he is a wide receiver 3. Tight ends. Let's find the boy Irv. Oh, we're way down here. So Irv is still not even on the first page.
Not on the second page.
Under Irv Smith. Wow. Under Tyler Conklin even. I mean, 3,400 for Irv Smith. That seems like you can't go wrong with that. He needs like one catch to make that value worth it. Flex defense, Vikings. I don't think we want to pick the Vikings, even though I like Vikings defense this week against the shitty wide receivers the Packers have. I don't really want to play defense against Aaron Rodgers. So what do you think? Kind of go through that. Let's get the Vikings players out of the way.
Yeah.
Before you say that, though, I want to thank everybody for watching GG Sports podcast of the Minnesota Vikings. As you can already tell, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, get notifications for more of our videos. What do you think, Casey?
I don't know. Something about the Kirk Cousins thing against this Packers team, and he's cheap. The fact that he's $500 cheaper than, or $5,000 cheaper than Deshaun Watson. 500. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just think he's gonna come out and just have I think he's gonna show what he's, what we've been hearing all offseason long, that he's changed quarterback. So I like Kirk Cousins right away at the top of that list there.
Yeah, and he's just, the value's insane there.
Yeah,
I mean, he has just too much talent around him to not live up to a $6,100 on DraftKings
for sure.
So other guys, we obviously have our wide receivers with Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and
I love JJ. I just don't love the price on him. It's hard to.
I don't
build.
love the price against Alexander. You know, I mean, he could go off. Who knows? If it depends if he gets shadowed or not. I think Justin Jefferson is going to have a really good game, but for the price against a really good cornerback, he's still. I mean, he'll probably make us eat our words on this, but same with. I mean, I think Thielen is a really good value there, but there's also other really good value around him too that I think we could do if we wanted to go a different direction.
Right.
And then, probably won't go. I think we'll see kind of how KJ Osborne plays out before we start really playing him a lot, I think.
Yeah, there's too many receivers. Let's come back to that after. Let's just kind of fill the rest for We'll come back to those receiver spots.
We'll come back to Dalvin Cook though, because you did mention that Dalvin Cook does destroy the Packers defense on the regular. So, I mean, I love running backs. If you're going to spend some money, I'd like to do it on the running back position. Do you think we should pull the plug on Dalvin Cook then?
Yeah, I would say so. Let's do it. Let's put him on the squad. Like I said, maybe he'll have another 4 touchdown performance leading us to victory. I'd love to see it. So I'm a huge Delvin fan in that spot. Let's roll with that. So just to finish off that Vikings stack, what are you thinking there?
Well, since we kind of spent a little bit more to get Dalvin Cook with the 7,900, I feel like we should go for the best value at least for now. Maybe we can come back to it later. Which I think it has to be Irv Smith on here.
Okay.
I mean, Irv Smith, 3,400. I feel like that's a super good deal for him. Especially even I know he's coming off his injury and everything, but still, I mean, look at the players around him. And he's he's tight end 1. Like
tight end 1, wide receiver 4. Basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
So.
Pretty much.
Yeah, toss him on.
I'm liking him there.
Finish off.
So let's start with that.
Stack. Yeah, I like it. How about defense? Get the defense.
Yeah, let's just get that out of the way because it gives you a good idea of what your average remaining salary is. 49ers, obviously good. Ravens, man, they're against good matchups. Bengals, the Titans. Titans against the Jets. I like to look at the shitty players or team they're playing. I think the Giants is kind of a shitty offense against a good defense that the Titans have. So I do like that one already.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Eagles at Detroit could be another sneaky one, but Detroit has so much on that offense, though, that I think. But Jared Goff, who knows? He might end up giving the ball away a couple times. You never know with him. But
but still, I mean, even just $300 less? No, $400 less than the Titans.
Yeah, I mean,
or against the Giants. And the Titans have a good defense.
If you like the Titans, toss them in there. I picked them up in one of my fantasy leagues this week to start them. So
against the Giants this week,
toss them in.
Let's do it.
It's a good matchup.
All right. So maybe we should get some. Should we get some wide receivers in here or fill out our running backs?
Let's jump to wide receiver. Let's see what we got going there.
So we have a little less than 6,000. So let's keep going a little bit more value, at least for now. We're talking about under 6. I said around. I liked Adam Thielen's price around 5,400. So let's kind of see who is under him even.
Yeah,
that might be worth it.
The name that pops out at the bottom there is Juju Smith-Schuster. And not him necessarily, but just that offense in general. With Tyreek Hill being gone, who do you think is going to be like the receiver that takes a lot of those targets?
It might be one of the biggest question marks in fantasy football, honestly, in general, not just this, but fantasy football. What wide receiver is going to be Mahomes' go-to guy?
Right.
Most people, the bet is on Juju at this point, but you got Van Scanlon, you got Sky Moore, you still have what's his name?
Of course.
Who's that?
Kelsey's there, of course.
Kelsey is, of course, and he'll be huge.
And then you have Pringle and Hardman, I believe, are both still there.
Yeah.
So
one of those guys. Is it going to be Juju? That's the thing. Like Juju at this is a good price. It could be a huge boomer bust pick right here. Not too crazy of a bust. But you don't know. He might not be that guy. You could go a little safer. And I think a lot of people will pick him. Bateman, he's wide receiver one for Lamar, but still Lamar isn't always very consistent when it comes to the passing and getting his wide receivers a lot of fantasy value against the Jets, which looks super good on paper, but Sauce is a stud and has never allowed a touchdown. And I bet you Sauce is going to be covering Bateman quite a bit.
I would guess so.
I think Ayuk's going to have a bounce back season this year, actually, and that could be a good pick. Christian Watson, 32nd. These defense rankings are obviously from last year because he's not doing anything this week. He doesn't even know how to catch the football yet, so I don't think he's going to do anything against us. But Christian Kirk. So we're on Christian Kirk for 5,100. We got Elijah Moore, who could also be a really good deal at this point, but against Baltimore's defense. But Christian Kirk, he just got paid insanely amount of money. And watching him in preseason, it seemed like he was getting a lot of targets and a lot of catches. I think he played for 1 quarter or something like that. I don't know if it was the third or second preseason game. He had 5 catches in that amount of time. So they're obviously going to try to push that ball to him. So I think just from a volume of, if you just go for a volume standpoint, when you go for these sleepers, I think he makes a lot of sense there.
Yeah.
Anyone else stands out to you?
No, Christian Kirk. Those are some good points on Christian Kirk, though, and he's got to start doing something to, he's gonna have to do something to, make it show that he's earned that contract. So let's
right.
And against Washington, let's toss him in 24th. There, kind of see what we end up with.
Yeah, I mean that's a good value, I think. Let's keep going down. Maybe we'll find someone else. Let's see if we can get another value, just so we can be a little bit more flexible on spending. So we got Burks. I really do like Burks coming in this season, but man, he did actually score a touchdown in the last preseason game, but we haven't seen a lot about him. We haven't heard a lot about him. But he could, AJ Brown's gone. He could be that guy there, but still 5,000. Let's see how cheap we can really go here. Claypool, he's kind of sketch. He could be a beast, but Osborne, I like Osborne, obviously. I think Osborne's going to be a beast, actually. He'll probably be better than his value, but he's still a wide receiver 3. And we already have 3 Vikings. Corey Davis, Golladay. Golladay could end up being a beast too, but I don't know his injury history.
Right, it's been pretty bad.
Yeah, DJ Chark. Chark actually is pretty solid, but they're against Philly's defense, which is second. Which I don't know. I don't think they're that special, but maybe.
Parker, Anderson, Watkins.
Watkins ain't doing nothing. So we were talking about boomer bust. I think Valdes-Scantling could definitely be one of those boomer bust players.
That's pretty cheap too for a guy. As we saw in Green Bay, the hands weren't always great, but when he caught the ball, he had blazing speed. Probably is the guy that's closest to the speed of Tyreek Hill.
So he could bust open for a couple big touchdowns.
Yeah,
I do like that. Otherwise, there's some good rookies here. Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, especially if what's his name's gone. But do you think we should go with Scanlon here? Put him in there, plug him in.
Yeah, if you want him.
He could go for a bit. It's Mahomes is going to go to someone. We got to take a little bit of gamble here,
right?
At $4,700, that's not too bad. I don't think.
Let's jump back over to that running back spot and try to find the next one there. Just because like you said, there's a lot of receivers. I feel like we need one more really good running back, and then we can kind of use what we have left on that flex spot, and as well as other running back.
So Jonathan Taylor, obviously against Houston, should be a beast. But man, 9,100, that'd be sweet. But that leaves us 5,000 average.
Yeah,
that doesn't give us much. We've already picked 3 value players.
Right.
But
I do like a little too expensive for my liking there, I think.
Yeah, same with Derrick Henry, even though he's against the Giants and he's a beast too. McCaffrey still solid. Eckler. I do like this jump though between Eckler and Kamara. That's $600 on the difference when Kamara's a stud, man. He's a PPR beast.
Right.
And I heard he's been looking really good. So I feel like that's some really good value from him there compared to a lot of these. Aaron Jones ain't doing nothing. Nick Chubb has Hunt. Otherwise, he's a beast.
Yeah. Harris, that's pretty low for Harris, actually, but it's kind of surprising.
Yeah, that is pretty low for Harris.
Yeah. But Mixon, Josh Jacobs, Alexander Madison.
I do like get Antonio Gibson's value here with Brian Robinson out.
Yeah.
With Brian Robinson out, and he's like, that was the guy that was people worried about taking touches from him. Gibson is like, should be for sure that number one guy for Washington against Jacksonville's defense for 5,800. I mean, compared to any other players I hear, maybe Travis Etienne, he's kind of we don't know what's going to happen with him. I don't see any other value to that level. Breece Hall could be too. I don't know, man. I'm thinking we should put Gibson in there.
I think so. That's a good price.
I do like it.
Yeah.
Now that we did that, we have the flex. I don't know. I also do like, we talked about Kamara, and I do think that he's gonna blow up Atlanta's defense, and I think he's gonna, especially if Michael Thomas is gone, I think he's gonna be once again the player that the team runs through. And I think at that price, compared to all these other top running backs, I think he could be a steal for this week 1 matchup.
Yeah. I say give it a run, man. Yeah, I like that.
Kamara.
Yeah, I like Kamara.
That
you've persuaded me.
Didn't take much.
Yeah, right.
I think it could be, man. I think it could be.
Yeah. All right, so let's go down. We
got one more.
Yeah, one more. We just can't afford any of these receivers.
5,900 on the dot. Ooh. So Amari Cooper, he's an interesting player this year. Obviously, if they had Deshaun Watson, I think people like Cooper a lot this year, a lot more. But with Brissett being the quarterback, I don't know. I think he had some like pretty good fantasy football games for guys like T.Y. Hilton and other guys like that before. So I don't see why people think Cooper is going to be as bad as he's going to be. He's going to be like by far the number one wide receiver on the Browns, and they have to go to somebody. I know a lot of even OBJ played for them and didn't do that great, but still, I don't mind. He's not my favorite player here, but at 5,900, I mean, it could be a steal.
Yeah.
And especially we have that much money left to spend. Obviously, we could go elsewhere. Michael Thomas would be an interesting thing, but he doesn't sound like he's going to play much this week.
It's always a worry with him.
Yeah.
He can't make it through a game anymore, which is
right.
Weird. But yeah, I mean, I don't love Cooper, but with kind of what I like the rest of the roster. So, and I always like using all the money. So if that's that's the way you think we should go, then I could do it. I could go with that. So I think that's a pretty solid lineup, actually.
Yeah. Cousins, Delvin, Gibson, Christian Kirk, Valdes-Scantling, Amari. We definitely went with we'll see how we kind of took a gamble on the cheaper wide receivers, I think, in this one, and went kind of running back heavy. So we'll see how it helps us this week. I think there's a chance Justin Jefferson might make us regret our decision on not picking him, and maybe we'll have to do that for the rest of the season after this. But
yeah, but so far, I think for a first roster, not really knowing how the teams are going to look, I like this one.
Yeah,
enter it in.
Let's do it.
All right, cool.